a delicate craft, polished with silver, gold, or copper on blackened metal, commonly known as Bidriware. Want to trace the roots of its origin? We shall understand in this video till the end. Stay tuned. The history of Bidriware is said to have begun with the arrival of Deccan Sultans. The city of Bidar became the production center of Bidri since then. Patronized by Ahmad Shah Wali Bahmani, who took over the rule around 1422 to 1436. The craft is an artistic blend of Persian, Turkish and Islamic cultures mixed with local influences, which gives it its unique style. Bidriware appears to have borrowed its delicate designs from the motifs on the spectacular buildings inside the Bidar fort, which was built by Ahmad Shah Wali Bahmani. The geometric and floral motifs can be seen on intricate wood carvings on pillars and colored tile work in the Rangeen Mahal built by Ali Barid Shah, the third ruler of the Barid Shah dynasty. The interior of the Rangeen Mahal also has remarkable mother-of-pearl inlay work in Persian calligraphy. Verses from Quran used as embellishments on Bidriware can be seen on the frescoes of Islamic calligraphy on the Madrasa of Mahmud Gawan, a Persian who was the prime minister in the Bahmani Sultanate. In 1656, Aurangzeb invaded the city of Bidar and captured the fort. As a result, the region witnessed the blend of Mughal and Deccan influence. Mughal designs were very distinct compared to the Deccani designs. The most beautiful and the best known pattern, the Mughal poppy flower motif, is said to be introduced around 1740 and has since then been used in Bidri extensively. However, in its apparent form, the first ever appearance of Bidri is said to be in a miniature painting. The painting apparently shows a hookah inlaid with silver and brass. From the early 18th century to the mid-20th century, the Bidri industry flourished under the Asaf Jahi rulers. Many artisans from Bidar migrated to Hyderabad, which was the new capital of Deccan. Technically known as encrusted metalware, the making of Bidriware is a skillful but a time-consuming process. The first step involves the molding of metal into the shape of the object being made, say a vase or a box. The object is then smoothened and patterns are engraved on it with chisels. These engravings can take time depending on the intricacy of the designs. After this, pure silver sheets or wires are used for inlaying known as tarkashi. This is then smoothened and buffed. The most intricate designs are called Mehtabi Kam, where the surfaces are reversible. The design is cut out in sheet metal and inlaid. Munnavat Kari is the name given to embossed design work. The surface is then polished with coconut oil to deepen the black coating. Bidriware's signature black color is introduced in the final stage. Bidri workers tell us that they still use highly acidic soil available only within the Bidar fort to ensure the oxidization of Bidriware. This gives the products their distinctive black color. Each of these processes is done by hand. The material used in Bidriware is unique. An alloy of 90% zinc and 10% copper is used for the base. A mold of the desired shape is created from the Bidar soil, which is made available malleable by adding castor oil and resin. The molten alloy is then poured into this mold to obtain a cast piece. The article is then smoothened by filling and copper sulfate is applied on the surface for a temporary black coating on which the designs are engraved freehand. The quality of the Bidar soil is crucial and it is even tasted by the artisans for testing. The soil is then mixed with ammonium chloride and made into a paste called Navasaram, which is rubbed onto the article. This gives the base metal its striking black color, leaving the silver inlay work to look bright. Traditional designs like flowers known as Ashrafi booty, leaves, creepers and vines, as well as geometric designs and stylized poppy plants with flowers are well known in Bidriware. There is a great demand from across the world for patterns like Persian roses and calligraphy of passages from the Quran in the Arabic script. Today, barely 150 artisans practice the art in Bidar, mostly in the quarters made in the Bidri colony, while there are only 20-25 artisans in Hyderabad. There are a few cooperatives, government and non-government groups working towards the revival of this dying art. One of these initiatives is in the digital platform called People Tree, which brings you the stunning pieces of Bidri art embellished with the delicate motifs seen on Bidar Fort, Rangeen Mahal in particular. Available also are beautiful silver inlay boxes and bangles which also come from award-winning artisans like Muhammad Karimuddin and Muhammad Shaifuddin, who are taking a family legacy in this medieval craft forward. Thanks for watching guys. Please like, share and subscribe this channel.